G'day folks, just a small quick video on testing my system and where my system is at the moment with all my parameters, so I thought I'd bring you along and give you a look. Okay, just doing a water test and oxygen salt test on my system that I normally do. I normally do my water tests every day, just to keep an eye on pH. The rest I do every couple of days. So what I've done is freshwater master kit. You can get them online, or some pet shops do have them. So what I've done is I've mixed up the whatever you want to call it, cocktail into each one, and it's been you've got to wait for these your ammonia, nitrates and nitrites. You've got to wait about 5 minutes before you do. Once you put the stuff in, wait 5 minutes, and then you can check your what your readings are. Now what I've done with my reading thing is I've covered it so if it won't get wet, and I can just wipe it off and that sort of stuff. So what I normally do is I put my reading thing up. I get my first one, which will be nitrate, and I put it up against the what you call the colours to see what I've got in there. So if you check on here, the camera might be a little bit deceiving, but I'm showing 10 parts. I'm showing 10 parts per million. Not getting much of a focus on this, so not getting much of a focus. So I'm showing 10 parts per million, which is, I've got plenty fertilizer in there for the plants, which is good, so I'm happy with that. Now the next one is nitrite, and I'm showing 0 parts per million, which I'm happy with. There shouldn't be any in there in my system, so it's showing 0. Pretty happy with that one. Ammonia test, at the moment I'm showing the camera is a bit deceiving, but it is definitely a 0 for ammonia, but it looks like it's showing 0.25, but it's actually definitely 0 from eyesight. So yeah, the camera does show a little bit of a difference. I did do a HP test with this as well, just to show you. It's showing I think it's showing about 6.6, which I'm happy with. I like my systems to be around the 6.3 to 6.8. In between there, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's the system that I've just checked. Now I write all this down on a bit of paper. So I put it on a bit of paper, the date, what everything was, just to keep a track of it. So that's that system. Now the next one I'm checking is my HP, my salt content, my temperature, my oxygens, and that on this meter I've got here. Now the meter I've got here is a water quality master tester. You can get them off eBay, or some Aquaponic stores on site do sell them as well. Now my HP on this one is showing 6.33. I'll call that 6.33. so what I'll do is I'll write that down to show that. Now my oxygen rate is 5.9, and my temperature is 22.6. My salt content is 316 parts per million. I think that's right with the salt. I'm still learning about the salt. If anyone else watching the video knows about the salt content and that reading, just whack it down in the comments for me. I'm still sort of learning about it. So that's my tester system. End of that is 3 probes for the oxygen and that sort of test. I'm pretty happy with what it's showing. So I'll write down the pH as 6.32 for my pH. Now with your pH, what will happen with your system as it gets older and older, your pH will gradually go down slowly. So in aquaponics, with your system, with your pH going down, when it gets to a certain point, you'll need to raise your pH. So I will do a video on raising pH. At the moment my system doesn't need it. It's running pretty good. You can see my forest still down the back there. Picked a couple of cucumbers this morning. I always like to do my pH test of a morning before the sun hits and everything changes, just to get an accurate pH test. So I'm happy with all my parameters at the moment. My pH is 6.32. Oxygen I did get at 6.1, which is going back up. Salt content I'm not sure about. It's 317, so I'm not sure about salt. Ammonia, nitrates are 0. Nitrites is 10 parts per million, which I'm happy with. There's plenty of fertilizer in the water for them, and I put the date on. So that's basically what I do when I do my tests and see what's going on. The freshwater master test is I'm happy with. It's a pretty good one if you are going to do it. So folks, if you like what I'm doing or have any questions, whack them down in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button and bell, and YouTube will let you know when I upload a new video. I will go into more detail later on pH, oxygen and all that as I get to know a lot more about it. Hope everyone is doing well with this COVID and staying safe, and your family members are safe. Alright folks, hope everyone is having a good day, and I shall catch you next video. Bye.